This is going to be a reading for the sign of Leo. Leo, I did a reading for you over the weekend where the Ace of Wands was the theme of this week. So now what I would like to do is find out a little more information on that Ace of Wands right here. So let's put this at the center, and then we'll pull some more on this. I already cleared the energy space. I'm going to tap into the collective vibes for Leo. Ace of Wands. This is the theme of the week, and it was also the theme over the weekend. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started on this. I'm going to use this as a clarifying deck, and we'll use this deck as the main one. Okay. Tell us more about this Ace of Wands this week for Leo. Well, I will say that this deck was reversed when I looked at it. And now I'm going to turn it right side up. But what I saw in reverse was the Tower. That was the one that stuck out to me the most. But I also saw the Six of Wands in reverse as well. So that actually, okay. So based off of the decans and the sign of Leo, Six of Wands represents the second decan of Leo. That's where Mercury went retrograde, in the Six of Wands, second decan of Leo. Maybe this is something that has to do with Mercury retrograde, or something that is a theme or some kind of realization that happens when Mercury goes direct, which will be on the 11th of August. When it stations direct, however, it does take a bit of time for it to get out of the post shadow. So it was reversed for a reason. Tower in reverse. All right, 3 more. Let's clarify this. Collective Leo. Tell me about this Ace of Wands for the sign of Leo. 3 cards. What is this Ace of Wands about this week? The Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune and then 7-7. Well, 7 of Cups means options, right? But what type of options are we talking about? 7 of Pentacles is of waiting, though. It's like something that's taking time, something that you invest in. This Ace of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune here, you are given a chance to choose your options, the options you want to invest in. Maybe this wasn't an opportunity before, or maybe it's something you are being asked to speculate, or yeah, but it does show, because it, in the beginning when I saw the Tower card reversed with the 6 of Wands reversed, that is something where it's like you can prevent some kind of major tower moment, like, which, I mean, towers can be major life changes, good and bad. So you just have to decipher what type of tower you could be experiencing. Maybe you feel like what part of your life feels like it's on edge or on the verge of breaking? Is there a part of your life that you feel very uncertain about? Something that you feel could just drop and completely break apart so easily. Do you have anything like that in your life right now? Because the Ace of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles, this could also be an opportunity that's coming back. Maybe there was a past situation where the tower did fall, and the tower was, like, let's say, if we're going to use an example within relationships, so there's a relationship from your past where you and the person fell out, and it was a terrible ending. It was tower after tower. Okay. And that, with the 6 of Wands being reversed, that had an effect on your confidence, your self-worth, because the 6 of Wands is like being validated, getting attention. And so I feel that with those two signs coming out while I was shuffling and being in reverse, kind of means like I just get this feeling of going back in time, because we're in Mercury retrograde. So it's like going back in time, reversing that feeling, reversing that situation. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. That's clarifying this Ace of Wands, like a new beginning. But it could be with somebody from your past. If it's not concerning an individual, let's say it's about your work, well, or a friendship, you can just apply the same concept to that situation. Any kind of opportunity, but whatever that opportunity was, it had a great effect on your life, and that's why it showed the Tower in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse, because it must have had a huge effect on you. So whatever that was, that thing could be coming back around. Or perhaps it has. But it's clarifying here that this is something that you need to be ready for. Know that this is what is going to be a cycle that you are starting. A big cycle that requires a big investment. Choose your options wisely, because this is the week where whatever option you choose, it's a big cycle. Okay. Let's look at some of the challenges that could come with this Ace of Wands. What are the challenges that come with this Ace of Wands opportunity for Leos out there? Knight of Wands fell out. Challenges of being impulsive. Okay. Ooh. Okay. The challenges here, well, we have 3 people. We have the Knight of Wands, then we have the Page of Pentacles, then we have the Page of Cups. This represents 3 people, and that's in the challenge. Three options, or perhaps multiple people are vying for your attention or want your attention. So then that could clash. That actually makes sense because of the Seven of Cups. That actually goes in line. That's the challenge. It's like Ace of Wands, you're being presented with a choice to choose what you're investing in. And here, the challenge are the 3 options. 3 different pathways even. three completely different people, because it's three different suits. The Knight of Wands is fire. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, earth. Then we have the Page of Cups, water. So it's like you're being given the chance to choose what kind of element are you going to indulge in? What kind of element are you, what pathway are you going to go down? So, okay. Let's see. Well, now what I want to do is I just want to get a card for each one to see where they're at. One card for the Page of Cups. Five of Swords reversed, so that's good. Maybe a person that was very competitive with you in the past. With it coming out in reverse, that means they're laying their swords down and they want to work things out. A card for the Page of Pentacles. Card for the Page of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Another five. The Five of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. Maybe with this individual, perhaps they're coming back because they feel the loss. Maybe they miss you in some way. Maybe they regret some of the decisions that they made in the past in regards to you. A card for the Knight of Wands. Oh. Judgment. The Knight of Wands is the one with the Judgment. Is the Knight of Wands you, Leo? So are you the Knight of Wands? Because with the card of the Judgment coming out, you are the judge of this situation. So perhaps you are the Knight of Wands. But guess what I'm noticing? What I'm noticing is the Knight of Wands is looking the other way. The way that these were pulled, I'll show you. The Knight of Wands is looking the other direction. That's the challenge though, right? You are being challenged to make a judgment call. These are two different energies. You got two fives. Fives signal change. The Wheel of Fortune is the number 10. That's two fives equaling a 10. There is going to be a major shift within this week, and I would say it would probably extend for the next couple weeks, because there's a lot of shifts just happening in general in the skies. A lot of aspects that are being triggered in the transits that are making some huge shifts in our reality and the way we think, the way that we're doing things. And I get this feeling though that you just want to, because by the way it's laid out, it just looks to me like you don't even want to deal with it. Like, it just seems like you want to just focus on yourself. If I'm being honest here, it just seems to me like you just want to be focusing on yourself. Maybe you're tired of these situations. I don't know. I mean, I feel like when there's two fives, and it just seems like I mean, to have this in the past, right? with this upright, like Five of Swords, Five of Cups, that's a lot of pain, that's a lot of suffering, that's a lot of tumultuous emotional energy that would drive anyone nuts. And yes, it does have an effect on the way that you feel about yourself. Sometimes you do need to have that time completely alone to find yourself again. I get that. I get that. I really do. But I don't know, I feel like you're going to be either this means that you're going to have to make a decision this week or within the next week or two. Or maybe this is just going to be heavily on your mind. Whatever it is. But one thing I could tell you right now that would be the best advice is don't let anybody determine your worth. And if someone doesn't understand what you're going through, that's their problem. Okay, so if anyone's like trying to make you do anything, or you can take the time that you need. Yeah, see, look, it's like a choice between the Sun, which is about happiness, and then the Three of Swords is about heartache and pain. And you represent the Sun card. All right, I'm just shuffling again one more time. We'll get some advice on this. I think that there is a lot of transformation happening for you, Leos. All Leos out there, Sun, Moon, Rising. If you have a lot of Leo placements, I mean, Pluto has been staring at you with a cold death stare. And it's been highlighting your insecurities, right? It's been showing you the darkness within yourself and within others as well. Because it's truly testing your true confidence. Like, is it just a facade that you're confident? Are you just making it seem that way? Or are you really starting to get there? And that's the work that all of us are trying to do, right? Everything really depends on your unique situation and the things that you've dealt with in your life, but they don't make you who you are. You get to determine that. And you're not alone in this journey either. There's a lot of people going through this kind of thing where they're being tested of their worth, their confidence, what they want in life. Okay, so the advice here, it's funny. Okay, so we have Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So I feel like this is very, very Nine of Pentacles is like working on yourself. This is the only one person here. They're working on their self-love, their independence, their happiness. They're investing in themselves. Because in order to make a sound decision to where you're not stuck within yourself, right? Not this self-imposed prison, which is the Eight of Swords. You need to get yourself balanced here. And that's in the advice. If you are faced with a dilemma, Nines. Nines are also like the Hermit card, number 9, going within, right? Going within, going within and doing your hardest to not get in your head. Don't get in your head. Don't get in your head. When you start to get in your head, pray. Pray and ask for help. Pray to God or pray to whomever you pray to, and ask for guidance, ask for help, and you will get it. You'll get it. So, one more card of advice for Leos. Wow. The Lovers. You gotta be kidding me. That's in the advice. Yeah. So, the advice is that you need to, first off, be set with yourself. You need to know that you are content no matter what position or situation that you are in. All that really matters is your, like, how do you feel about a situation? How are you doing inside, with or without? If you didn't have this or that, how would you be? It's like getting to that point. Get out of the 8 of Swords, getting out of your head. Then and only then will you be able to find the one that truly matches with you. Advice is, you need someone who respects you and your space, your privacy, and allows for you to be an individual. Someone who will give you the room to be yourself with no judgment. Someone who's not going to put you in your head. Someone who is not going to make you question things. Someone who is not going to put you in this prison of the mind. Someone who is going to be your equal, who's going to share love with you, to express deep, unconditional love with you, who sees you on a soul level, and that is the Lovers. That's what you need. I love this card. This is like the best card ever, especially in this deck, because I'm obsessed with mermaids, you know? My favorite Disney princess was always the Little Mermaid, Ariel. She was my favorite. So, in the end though, honestly, it's not really dependent on whether someone else can match your energy. Can you match your own? Can you fulfill yourself? That's what's most important. And if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, well, get to that point where it doesn't matter either way, because it shouldn't. But it's also okay to allow yourself to feel those insecurities, right? Don't just play it off like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this way, or I shouldn't have these issues or insecurities. It's all a part of the human experience, and we are all going through that. It's just a part of life and the lessons of life and evolving. But I think that was a pretty cool reading, getting further into the Ace of Wands for this week. So I hope you like this reading, Leo. Peace out.